Welcome to the podcast Inqua India 2027, Season 3.
Well, Season 3 of Inqua India 2027 has begun with a bang. And this time, in this episode, Unlocking Ancient Climates with Pollen Records is the theme that we are going to hear about. So this is Veera once again welcoming you all to this another episode of Inqua India 2027. There is much discussion today about the present and future climate. However, in this episode, we will talk about past climate. The word paleoclimate refers to the climate conditions of the Earth's past reconstructed from natural records rather than direct measurements. Scientists study paleoclimate to understand how the Earth's climate has changed over geological timescales, from decades to millions of years, and what natural factors have driven these changes. However, $1 million question is, how can scientists learn about Earth's climate thousands or even millions of years ago, long before weather records or satellites? Since there were no thermometers or rain gauges in the distant past, scientists use indirect evidence, called proxy evidence, to reconstruct past climates. Let me tell you about palynology, which is the study of pollen and spores. Pollen grains are produced by plants in large numbers, in accordance with climatic conditions. They also have tough outer walls made of a material called sporopollenin, which is highly resistant to decay. For these reasons, pollen and spores are preserved very well in large numbers in sediments, making them an excellent proxy for past climates. Palynological research in India began seriously in the 1940s and 1950s, which was initiated by Professor Birbal Sahni, known as the father of Indian paleobotany. The Birbal Sahni Institute of Paleosciences, Lucknow, played a foundational role in developing palynological research in India. Dr. R. N. Lakhanpal and colleagues led one of the pioneering studies in Indian paleopalynology in the 1950s and 1960s. They examined the quaternary pollen records from various sedimentary basins and peat deposits of India. How is such research carried out exactly? First, scientists extract sediment samples from lakes, bogs, or even ocean floors. Next, they estimate the age of these samples using methods like radiocarbon dating. These samples contain layers of material deposited over time, like pages in Earth's diary. By examining pollen in each sediment layer, researchers can identify which plants were growing when that layer was formed. Since different plants thrive in different climates, the pollen record reveals past climate conditions. For example, a layer rich in spruce and silver fir pollen suggests a cool climate, while an abundance of grass pollen indicates a warm, dry period. By comparing patterns over time, scientists can decode climate changes across thousands of years. In addition to past climatic decoding, such proxy evidence is also used to assess natural versus anthropogenic climate changes and improve models that predict future climate change. And now coming over to paleoclimate conditions in Lucknow, the insights are from pollen analysis. The Kukural Reserve Forest, located in Lucknow, Uttar Pradesh, is a vital green lung for the city and is an important ecological zone known for its biodiversity, including a Gharial Rehabilitation Center. However, rapid urbanization in and around Lucknow poses serious threats to Kukral's ecosystem. The Kukral Conservation Forest in Lucknow, Uttar Pradesh, has recently been the focus of significant palynological research aimed at understanding the region's modern vegetation and its implications for reconstructing past climates and environments. Pollen studies from the Kukral Conservation Forest in Lucknow indicate a warm and humid climate characterized by high monsoonal activity. Pollen grains of wormwood and bathua suggest a signal of winter dryness, indicating seasonal variations in precipitation and temperature, with drier conditions during the winter months. The regular presence of pollen grains from conifers and other broad-leaved taxa, as well as winged pollen, suggests high wind activity, possibly indicating climatic influences from surrounding high-altitude regions. The higher frequencies of cereal and sarso pollen reflect ongoing anthropogenic activity, including agriculture and pastoral practices, influencing the local vegetation and climate. While climate change is leading to shifts in vegetation within given regions, remember that reserve forests are designated as highly protected areas dedicated to the conservation of biodiversity. The occurrence of extreme and unpredictable weather, along with an increase in the frequency and severity of natural disasters, contributes to biodiversity loss in these forest areas. Pollens of some plants like mustard, cereals, rice and wheat and coriander were found to increase in numbers, which shows agricultural practices have increased around the forest in the recent past. The research raises concerns over preservation of the forest area and underscores the changes in vegetation patterns around the reserve forest. The forest region is experiencing challenging conditions due to anthropogenic climatic changes and shrinking of the river Kukral due to ongoing urbanization. Sustainable urban planning with ecological impact assessments, community involvement and awareness programs, green infrastructure development around the reserve, restoration projects for degraded areas are some of the solutions which need to be adopted to preserve and support the green lungs of our city of Nawabs. So this was me, Veera, bringing you this episode of Inqua India 2027. Till we meet again with our next episode, keep thinking about how to keep our planet green and healthy.